So we're here at Canteen for Bands Undone, and Steve and Amanda from Stairwell Leo, a new and upcoming band in Ottawa, just performed, and it was fabulous. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I just want to actually just start from like the very beginning. How did everything sort of happen with you and Steve, and how did everything kind of come together?
And when I moved to Ottawa for work, I do brain injury rehab by day, and surprisingly enough, it was pretty serendipitous that when I was working in that field, one of my clients happened to be a musician prior to his injury, and I ended up learning from him, and we used to do jam sessions, and we brought some other clients in. It was really magical, and I don't know, it's felt pretty magical all along the way. As soon as I was figured out how to play chords, I was starting to write my own songs, and anywhere that I could play, I would. I'd play in bus stops, I'd play in my apartment lobby, just anywhere, stairwells, lots of stairwells.
So then eventually you met Steve, and everything sort of came together.
Yeah, I met Steve at an open mic, actually, while I was testing out my music. That next step to get into the Ottawa music scene was, okay, I think it's good. Maybe I'll try it with some people who are already in the music scene. And Steve heard my music online after I'd recorded a few.
And how did that happen? Did you just sort of stumble upon her?
Yeah, I kind of tripped on it looking at a website, and I was just pressing play. I mean, just bored one night and hit the play button. It was pretty insane. It was just one of those things like, who is this person? And then sure enough, like, wait a minute, she's in Ottawa. And a friend of mine ran an open mic, so I invited her out, and I heard her in live, which was even better than on the on the computer. So I was like, hey, wait a minute, this could work. And so we just started hanging out, and she invited me out to play a bit, and one thing led to another, and
here we are. And from the songs that we've heard even already, I mean, they're great. Especially that one song that you guys did, the third one.
The City Lullaby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
that was
really
our
pretty.
baby.
Really, really pretty. And I know your voice in itself is very delicate, and the songs and the lyrics and everything. Would you consider yourself someone that is very in tune with your emotions and other people's emotions, and being sensitive and kind of drawing from those sorts of experiences and making them songs?
Absolutely. I think I couldn't have done the work that I did. I mean, I'm in brain injury rehab. I'm in people's lives. Mm-hmm. And you have to have a sensitivity as a person, not just someone who has a brain injury. You're not just dealing with that. And in music as well, when I'm in an environment, I find it really challenging to play in some of the bar scenes. But when I'm in a venue, like I was mentioning before, Umi Cafe, great, open-hearted community, extremely gifted poets, musicians, artists there. When I get into that sort of space, like I'm having a conversation with the crowd. Like it's not performing, it's not playing, it's actually connecting with people, and that's what I've always wanted for in my music. I had wanted to do something for cancer, and I had met a friend through Steve who I guess trains with him in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And she's doing a walk. It's the Walk to End All Women's Cancer. It's happening first weekend in June, actually. People are walking like 60 kilometers. I mean, it's such a struggle, and I don't know anybody whose life hasn't been touched by women's cancer. Well, cancer is cancer. Mm-hmm. I mean, whether they're doing research for women's cancer or, it doesn't have a gender bias, really. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just more for the promotional element of things. It's all pink, and the boys just weren't receptive to that. I don't know. But no, it's a really great cause, and I just thought, what can I do? Like, my knees are giving me trouble, and so is my back. I'm like, I can't do the walk, but I can make music. Mm-hmm. And she needs to raise like $2,000. Like, that's bare minimum to participate in this walk, and I think we can raise a hell of a lot more. Like, I've talked to 3 different venues, and all of them are willing to participate. So on April 24th, which is a Saturday, we're doing a fundraiser from 3 to 6. At 3 different locations. The first one is Daniel O'Connell's, the second is Irene's, and the third is the Carlton. And later that evening, Steve and I, we had already been booked for a show as Stairwell Leo at Daniel O'Connell's, and we'll be finishing off the acoustic extravaganza, because it's not just going to be us there. Like, we've invited all local musicians, because
It's really great.
I didn't have trouble finding people to fill up spaces. So it's very much like an open mic concept. Anybody can come if you can play, and if you've got a story or something you want to share or just want to donate your time for the cause. We still need volunteers, so you can contact me online. Yeah.
Well, that sounds great. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and we'll be in touch, obviously.